I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things I should say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole round world to hear. I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep you and I apart. I wish that I could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see, you'd agree that every man should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live, and I wish I could do all the things that I could do, though I'm way overdue. I'll be starting anew. I wish I could be like a bird up in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. I'd soar to the sun, I'd look down at the sea, then I'd sing, 'cause I know what it means to be free. All right, happy Sunday to y'all in Unity Land. Welcome. And I wish I could be all I'm longing to be. I'd soar to the sun, I would look down at the sea, and we'll sing 'cause we know. We'll sing 'cause we know. Yeah, we're gonna sing 'cause we know what it means to be free. What it means to be free.
Yes, yes, because we know what it means to be free. Good morning, Unity on Greenville. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Unity, where we offer a positive path for spiritual living. To all you beautiful lights who are up rocking and rolling this morning in the sanctuary, and all you amazing souls who are watching us from afar, welcome, welcome. So glad you all brought your energy to this place, to this day. We are blessed by you. My name is LD Carter. I'm your celebration assistant. Announcements, information to share. Just a reminder, as you all know, we've selected Reverend David Howard as our new minister. Isn't that great news? That's wonderful news, but don't put him on speed dial just yet. Okay? He's guest speaking for us this morning, but he officially begins his duties the 1st of November. Okay, so just a reminder that in this interim period that we are in, Reverend Doug Doerr is still available to us. Should you need counseling, should you need to connect with someone during the week, we can make his information available to you so that you can visit with him. You're needing prayer. Whatever the need is, he's available to us. So please keep that in mind. 80th anniversary of Unity on Greenville. Is that not amazing? That this wonderful spiritual body is going to celebrate 80 years. Now, it's going to be an extra special celebration, and to help us pull that off, we are looking for an event planner. That person will be, obviously has to be well organized, has some experience in this area, and to help us pull off this whole anniversary celebration. There will be a stipend offered for that work, and if you are interested or you know someone who might be interested, please have them contact Valerie Hope, who's one of our board members, Reverend Doug Doerr, and we'll get them involved in that process. Thank you. Upcoming events, of course, I just mentioned that Reverend David Howard is with us this morning and will be next week as well. And then Reverend Veronica Valles will be back with us. And then Nancy Little will be also a guest speaker as our calendar progresses. So all of them bring such amazing experiences and wealth of knowledge, and we are blessed by them. So looking forward to hearing from all of those folks. As you know, here at Unity, we believe in being open to the goodness that flows to us. And then as that goodness flows to us, we are prepared to have that flow out again and bless others. If Unity on Greenville is your spiritual home, if this is where you are nourished on an ongoing basis, we invite you to share your goodness by way of your financial blessings with this spiritual community. And there's a number of ways you can do that. If you are here this morning in the sanctuary, there's a bowl at the end of the hallway here where we invite you to drop your cash or check offering this morning. If you are visiting with us remotely, we have several options for you. One, you can text, and all this information is on the screen. You can text your gift. You can also, and here I am, I'm getting my head still around this whole idea of the QR code. Even if you are watching on your computer screen right now, you can scan that QR code and make your offering if you would like. Then you can also do it the old-fashioned way. You can drop your gift in the mail to us, and that address is also on the screen. However you wish to share with us and support this community, we are grateful. And in fact, at this point, let's do our offering blessings so that we can acknowledge all those gifts that we have received that we are grateful for, and in anticipation of those gifts that are yet to come to us. So that blessing is on the screen. Let's say it together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. With gratitude, we commit to using our gifts for good. Amen. And now, our daily word. Our phrase for today is world peace. It is Sunday, October 9th, 2022. Our affirmation for today is peace creates beauty in the world. As an artist creates beauty out of a spectrum of shades and hues, and the diversity of color adds to the depth of artwork. In this same manner, the differences in the world show the possibility of splendor when combined in the right way. I envision a world in which all people are accepted exactly as they are, and I set an intention to practice and facilitate goodwill toward others. I behold the world around me and find examples of people and cultures blending and mixing in magnificent ways. The potential for peaceful interaction and coexistence are endless. Acts of kindness, honesty, and healthy communication paint pictures of harmony. As I choose non-judgment and unconditional positive regard, I create peace in the world. And our scripture for today comes from Psalms, the 34th chapter and the 14th verse. It says, "Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." Let's repeat our affirmation for today. Peace creates beauty in the world. And now I'm going to ask our prayer chaplain to come forward to do our opening prayer. You know, Unity movement is founded and steeped in the idea of meditation and prayer.
Thank you, LD. Good morning, Unity on Greenville and Unity in TV land. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's just take a moment and center ourselves. So if you'll close your eyes and put both feet on the floor and just kind of relax your body, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your legs. Let go and let this time that we spend with the Holy Spirit surround us. Sweet Spirit, we thank you for this opportunity to share together today. We know that as we continue to focus on the light that you bring to the world, we do our part by sharing our light with others. So we'll take several deep cleansing breaths, and we will breathe in awareness and breathe out peace. And in this awareness, we know that we are one with Spirit. As we go forward, we bless ourselves and we bless others as we live in the light that surrounds us. We thank you, Sweet Spirit, for our continued spiritual growth and for the opportunities of blessing others that you bring to us. Thank you. Namaste. I will be in the back of the sanctuary following the service to pray with any of you. Thank you.
Sure, if I'm on, there we are. So I invite you to take a moment, settle in, take a deep breath. Bring yourself fully present into this now moment. Breathing into your heart. Allow all of your awareness to drop into your heart space. Imagine that you're breathing in your heart. And just allow yourself to settle into the breath. Open wide my heart. 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 So breathe into those words. Allow those words to be your words. Open wide my heart. Can be your affirmation. I open wide my heart right now. Can be your prayer to the divine that is within you, expressing in its fullness as you open wide my heart, Spirit. Release, let go, and open. To be the fullest expression of that divine life that you are in every moment. Open wide. I want you to, if you would like, just to join us in singing this chant. Open wide my heart. And if you feel like it, just use your hands to just open your heart wide open. Just using your arms and your hands as a symbol of your willingness to open. Together. Open wide my heart. 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 Once again, breathing into your heart. Allowing that energy to flow freely in your heart. As you consciously open, allowing Spirit to have its movement, have its life. That life that is living itself in you right here, right now. The life in which you move and have your being. Consciously choosing to open and allow. Surrender and rest. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. So in that consciousness, we center ourselves. We feel ourselves centered and grounded and open. Open and receptive. Open to the flow of divine life. Open to be the flow of that life that is here, now present, as the truth of each of us. So take a deep, conscious breath. Feel yourself open as you are willing to be open in this now moment. In the flow as the flow of the divine, of God, of the universe, of the allness that is. Breathing that all the way down through the bottom of your feet, grounding yourself in that awareness. I'm open to the flow of divine life. And so it is. Take a deep breath, coming back into this space, but with your mind and your heart and your eyes wide open.
Peace, sweet peace, wash over me till my mind is made free. Oh, peace, peace in my soul, spirit move me so my mind is made whole. Oh, hope, talking about precious hope, revealing the truth to my spirit and soul. Oh, hope, hope in my life, spirit lift me, show me purpose inside. Love, wondrous love, transforming me till I'm reborn from above. Oh, love, my highest truth, spirit guide me, make me a vessel for you. Gifts of the Spirit, they come from above. Talking about peace, sweet peace, wash over me until my mind is made free. Whoa, peace, peace in my soul, spirit move me so my mind is made whole. Now we're moving on to hope. We need precious hope, revealing the truth to our spirit and our soul. Oh, we need hope, hope in our life, spirit lift me, show me purpose inside. And now we're going on to the greatest gift of them all. I'm talking about love, wondrous, wondrous love, transforming me till I'm reborn from above. Love, our highest truth, our highest truth, spirit guide me so I'm a vessel for you. Peace, sweet peace, oh, precious hope, moving on to love, wondrous love. It's the gifts of the Spirit, born from above. Ooh, yeah, straight from above.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. You know, I just want to say we do have permission to get up and rock when Rachel is playing like that. I don't know, I want to jump up and rock. I don't know about you, but... So good morning again. Good to see your beautiful faces this morning. It's good to be here with you all this morning. So I'm going to begin this morning. I want to invite you to participate this morning. As we begin, I have a couple of affirmations that I want to share with you today. The first one is this. I sort of borrowed this from Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore, but I changed it up just a little bit. So I want to invite you to say this with me. We're going to say it 3 times. First time, I want you to really take it in to your head so that this is something that you can truly believe. Then I want to breathe it down into your heart so that you can really begin to embody the energy of these words. And then I want you to say it as if you are allowing that to flow from your heart out into the world. Make sense? All right, so let's say it together. Let's get it into our heads. I am a radiating center of divine life and unconditional love. You believe it? Yeah? All right. Now let's take a breath. Let's breathe it into our hearts and say it from our hearts. Breathe deeply. All right, now, I am a radiating center of divine life and unconditional love. You feel it? All right. Now I want you to breathe it in. I want you to allow every cell of your body to resonate with the energy of these words and imagine that you are breathing that out into the universe. So let's say it one more. Take a breath. Together. I am a radiating center of divine life and unconditional love. Now breathe in the energy that is now in this space. Feel the connection with each other, with the life, with the energy, because you intentionally connected with that energy. It's not that it wasn't there. It's always there. Our opportunity is to open our minds and our hearts and our spirits and every aspect of our being to connect with it consciously and allow it to flow through us. And the next one is, I open the floodgate of my heart to allow that life and love to flow freely as me. Once again, we'll say it 3 times. Take it into your head. I open the floodgate of my heart to allow that life and love to flow freely as me. Take a breath, breathe it into your heart. Feel it. What I'm inviting you to do is not just to get it out of your head, but to really feel the energy that is imbued in the words. So let's take a breath, breathe into your heart, and let's say it one more time. I open the floodgate of my heart to allow that life and love to flow freely as me. And one more time. Now I want you to feel it in the bottom of your feet. I want you to ground that right here and now. So together. Breathe. I open the floodgate of my heart to allow that life and love to flow freely as me. Just take a deep breath for a moment and feel into that. Feel into the declaration. Feel into your willingness or unwillingness to truly own that. And allow that to be your focus. As I talked about last week, it is this This river, I'm calling it this river of life that is constant, inexhaustible, that is flowing in us and through us and as us. It's flowing into us. Emerson said, "You are an inlet and may become an outlet for all there is of God." You are an inlet and may become an outlet for all there is of God. Do you believe that? Can you grasp that, really? Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, said, "Your mission is to express all that you can imagine God to be." What do you imagine God to be? What is that allness? What is the allness of God that we are an inlet of? What is this God that we can imagine to be? Not a rhetorical question. What do you imagine God to be? Say it out loud. Total love, our inner nature, connection. Anything else? Beyond my ability to imagine. Love, you talked about love. You talked about hope. You talked about peace. We talk about God, these divine ideas that we associate with this energy of God, the allness, the wholeness, the prosperity, the abundance, the life that God is, universe, source. And you and I are its vessels if we open ourselves to be that. But why don't we? I wanted to share a story with you, though. It's almost as if there is that within us that really wants to express, but somehow we are blocking it sometimes. I went to a restaurant the other night to take out. It was, well, I won't do a commercial. Anyway, it doesn't matter what it was. I went to a restaurant the other night to get some food, and I was walking into the restaurant, and these two younger women walked in, and the car was parked like right there by the door, and I heard this child screaming at the top of her lungs. I don't know, I didn't see the child. I was guessing they were maybe about 3. But they wanted out of that car, baby. They wanted out of that car, and they weren't embarrassed to let you know they wanted out of that car. That's probably about a 3 or 4-year-old. Well, I heard that, and I thought, wow. I believe there's something in me and probably something in you that is like that child that says, "Let me out! Let me out of here." Now, we probably can't go around all day long screaming, "Let me out of here." But you might try it sometime. They might lock us up if we did it all the time. But have you felt that? I know I have, and I still feel it sometimes. That there's something within me as me that wants to express, that wants to be let go, wants to be let out, to express the fullness of God, the fullness of the divine that I am. Or that it is as me. Anybody else ever feel that way? You don't have to raise your hand. But please don't let me be alone in that. But there's something that we allow to block that flow. And I think that what that something is that all that stuff that we take on that begins to block the flow from our hearts. Ideas about ourselves, ideas about the world, judgments, doubts, confusion. experiences that we've had. I'm sorry, I have to take this off, it's too warm. Experiences that we've had that maybe it's so painful we don't know how to deal with them. Traumatic experiences, and their energy that begins to gather around our hearts and begins to block that. In the Buddhist tradition, they call that samskaras. Experiences that we haven't fully allowed ourselves to have. And I think in some ways that becomes our identity. We begin to identify with those energies. And that's what some people call the ego. Charles Fillmore, I love what Charles Fillmore called it. He called it the adverse ego. I think that's a more appropriate way to look at it. Because there are ideas about ourselves, ideas about the world, experiences that we've had that we identify with that are really not us. It's not who we are. And yet we continue to operate out of that, and I believe it blocks the natural flow of life. That life that wants to live itself as us. Now, I want to say this about the ego. I think that in some ways it can become the new thought devil. You know, we try to demonize this idea of the ego. It's not about demonizing it, it's about understanding it, right? It's about learning to move through those things. How do we move through those things? How do we... I have well, let me just say this. I believe there are many ways that we can work through these energies. I think a lot of us go to therapy, talk therapy. We do energy work. We do clearing, we do meditation, we do all sorts of things to help clear some of that energy out. And I'm not dissing any of that. I think all of that is valuable. I've been in therapy for decades, and I still work with a spiritual counselor. So I find great value in that. So please don't hear me say that there's no value in that. But what I want to say to us today is that I believe that for us to truly open up our hearts, open up and allow that spirit to express as us, that the clearing, the cleansing, the freeing can truly only come from one source. And that is our conscious connection with the divine. Our conscious connection with truly, I believe, what unity calls the Christ within, the Christ Spirit, the true light and love that we are. And it is, I believe, only that. And I believe if we approach it with its greatest intention, that therapy is about that, energy work is about that. Everything that we do in that way, if we come with that intention, is to connect us more fully and completely with the truth of who we are. And I believe that is really the only way that we are going to clear away some of that energy. It has to come from within out. You've probably heard, well, I know you have, if you've been around for very long in the unity movement or in certainly in Christianity, it is not I, but it is the Father within that does the work. Of ourselves, you know, I know in the 12 steps, we talk about I'm powerless. And a lot of people have a problem with that, especially in New Thought. I'm not powerless. I have a lot of power. I'm not powerless. People have resistance to that. But what it's really saying is, I, of my limited idea of who I am powerless. I, of myself, as Jesus said, can do nothing. Nothing. It is the power within, the Christ within, the divine within, the light within that does the work of healing. And it is only that, I believe, that can truly free us from the bonds of that ego-created self. I was remembering, too, a prayer from 12 Steps that talks about, free me from the bonds of myself, liberate me from the bonds of myself. This idea of who I am, who I think I am. Our opportunity is to connect with that self through meditation and through prayer, through breath work, through energy work, through movement, Tai Chi, sometimes yoga. It's all about connecting with a higher knowing of who we are so that our hearts can be free, can be open. And I know for some people, I've heard stories of some people who it happens like that for. Hasn't been my experience. It seems to happen gradually. But I believe the first thing that we have to do, well, we don't have to do anything, but the first thing we get to do, if we choose to do, is to bring our awareness to knowing that there is that within us as us. That is the power. And in Unity, Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, came up with these 12 powers that are really all a part of that Christ nature that we are. For many more than 12 probably, but he came up with this idea of 12. The thing that I am recognizing for myself, and the thing that I want to share with you today, is that I can't and we can't continue to do the same old thing. I can't continue to play at it. I can't continue to just give mouth service to these spiritual practices and principles. Because I believe the world needs us to come alive, to be alive with Spirit. To be alive in the knowing, in the joy, in the life, in the love. Because I believe, I don't just believe it. I know it at the depth of my being. That the very essence of that life is love. And love is truly the only power that is going to heal. Do you believe that? Love is the only power that is going to heal us. And it is through our open and willing expression of that love that we bring it to the world. We bring it to each other. We bring it to situations in the world. But it has to begin here. It has to begin with me. It has to begin with you. We get to make a commitment to ourselves first, yes, and to the world. To be those open vessels to open the floodgates of our hearts and allow that life, that unconditional love, that divine life to express fully and completely as you and as me. We, and I'm going to say we as the unity movement as a whole, have to stop hiding our light. We got to get out there. Yeah. Somebody, people say, well, unity's the best kept secret. Well, let's don't keep it secret. Let's let everybody know. Because I do believe that the world is hungry for what we can share. And we have something that will help feed them and help bring love to ourselves, to each other, to this greater community, and to the world. So what I want to invite you to do this week, if you're willing, is to truly look at your own spiritual practices. Perhaps you do engage in a daily prayer practice, or a daily meditation practice, or some other practice that helps you get out of your head and into your heart. If you don't, I would encourage you to try it. If you do, I would encourage you to go even deeper with it. I would encourage you to lengthen your meditation practice. I would encourage you to pray more every day. I would encourage you to move. I would encourage you to go out with nature. I would encourage you to do whatever it is that you do to help you move beyond this veil and to move deeper into your connection with the very life of God that you are. The very life of love that you are. Because therein is healing. Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore experienced her healing. If you've been in Unity a long time, you know this. But your Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore healed from what would have been a death sentence, tuberculosis. How did she do that? She spent hours every day for years. It wasn't like it happened like that. She spent hours every day in prayer and meditation, blessing her body, connecting with spirit, and allowing that source within her to be the source of her healing. And she was able to manifest physically that healing. But where did the healing begin? In her consciousness, in her heart, in her openness, in her willingness to trust and to be in the presence of that divine life that is the only source of healing. It is not I, but it is the life within that does the work. I'm going to invite you to say that with me. It is not I, but it is the life within that does the work. It is not I, but it is the life within that does the work. And our opportunities to connect with that, trust that, ignite ourselves in that, and to open ourselves up to be its expression. So take a breath with me. Once again, breathe into your heart. And let us say our affirmations one more time. There you go. I am a radiating center of divine life and unconditional love. I open the floodgate of my heart to allow that life and love to flow freely as me. And so it is. Thank you.
Moving on now from the lessons that I learned, the tender spot my heart was burned. It's about time to let the healing rains wash away the pain. I'm ready for a change. I'm returning to the arms of love. I'm going back where I come from. If you ask me, I'll tell you, 'cause I tasted ecstasy, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So I'm returning to the arms of love. That secret corner where I wept inside, my world collapsed. Once upon a time, could it be that maybe pain is my teacher in disguise, my catalyst to open my eyes? I'm returning to the arms of love. I'm going back where I come from. If you ask me, I'll tell you, 'cause I tasted ecstasy, and it isn't enough, just isn't enough. So I'm returning to the arms of love. Love, that simple truth is what I know for sure. It's love, love. I'm satisfied, I can't ask for more. I'm returning to love, to the arms of love. I'm going back where I come from. If you ask me, I'll tell you, 'cause I tasted ecstasy, but it isn't enough. It isn't enough. So I'm returning to the arms of love. I'm returning to the arms of love. I'm returning to the arms of love. Returning to the arms of love.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for your gift of music. We're blessed by you. And thank you, Reverend David. Gosh, you're making a difference here. But then again, that's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? So wonderful to have you with us. It's really a blessing. Each Sunday, we like to remind ourselves here at Unity on Greenville why we're here, what we do here, and that is reflected in part in our mission statement. And that mission statement is on the screen. Let's say it together. With divine love as our foundation, we live unity spiritual principles. We awaken to truth. We affirm our innate goodness of all and our oneness with creation. Okay. So LD's going to put on his glasses. If you would like to connect with us at Unity on Greenville, you can go to our website and click on the Connect button in the heading there and fill out some information, and we would be happy to be in touch with you. If you would like prayer, if you would like simply someone to talk with. I mentioned earlier that Reverend Doug Dewar is available to us. You can leave information there. If you'd like more information about the Unity Movement, we'd be happy to share that with you. So just go to our website and click on Connect, and we'd be happy to share with you. And now, let's stand and let's sing our peace song. I love this song.
Yes, there is peace on earth. I know it begins in me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God, our Creator. And I hit it all, are we? Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, there is peace on earth, for this is the moment now. With every step I take, I make this my joyous vow. I take each moment, live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth. I know it begins in me.
And now, if you'll advance the slide for me, our prayer for protection. Let's open our hearts and our arms to the world as we say this. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. Thank you.